Is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Some of these days you're gonna miss me. Some of these days I am going away. Some of these days you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, going away. Some of these days you're gonna be sorry. Some of these days I am going away. Some of these days you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, going away. You will never know what your friend will do till he's gone away. Some of these days you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, going away. Some of these days you're gonna miss my loving. Some of these days I am going away. Some of these days you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away. You will never know what your friend will do till he's gone away. Some of these days you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away.
Oh, thank you.
All right, all right, all right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, And our guest today is Piedmont Bluz, spelled B-L-U-Z, with Valerie and Ben Turner. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you.
Thank you. You want to hear another one?
Yeah, I'd like to hear about that one first.
Oh, well, sure. That song was called Some of These Days, and it was composed by Shelton Brooks. He was a Canadian composer, and he composed a lot of jazz and popular music that became big hits in the early 1900s. Some of These Days, I believe, was his first hit, and it was first recorded by Sophie Tucker back in 1911. Now, Charlie Patton recorded a very different version of the song some years later, and our arrangement is based on Charlie Patton's arrangement.
Cool. And Ben does a little ham bone there in the beginning.
Yes, he does.
Just a little.
That's cool.
Yeah, thanks. Mm-hmm.
And what do you want to do for us next?
Oh, well, I'm going to change my tuning for the next few songs. Maybe Ben would like to tell you a little bit about his interesting instruments.
Yes, by all means.
I can do that. This is a household washboard. Of course, they were used generally for doing laundry, but they were also used as a great percussion instrument. Washboards have been around for quite a bit, and many people, such as string bands, zydeco bands, blues bands, and even early jazz musicians used washboards. And in those times, people didn't have much money to purchase expensive instruments, so they used whatever they found around the house, such as washboards, wash tubs, pots, cans, spoons, and even bones were used as percussion instruments. So these boards are, I'm an artist, so I designed these boards myself, and I purchase bells from all over the world, and I add cans and different types of wood blocks to create an interesting sound. And I think Valerie's probably ready.
I am.
Okay.
Have you heard the legend of Railroad Bill, Ralph?
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell the story anyway.
Okay.
So there's a legend in southern Alabama about a man named Railroad Bill. He was known to rob freight trains, but mainly the ones that carried food. And he would then redistribute that food among all the poor people in his community. Eventually they caught and shot him to death. But legend says that his spirit still haunts the railroad tracks that lead out of northern Florida into southern Alabama. So this is the song of Railroad Bill. Let me hear your harp then. That's perfect. Railroad Bill, sitting on that hill. He never worked, no, he never will. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. standing in that rain. Round the corner came a long freight train. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill, he rode out west. He shot the brass buttons off that dead sheriff's vest. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Sheriff McMillan, he shot so fine. He aimed at Railroad Bill, but he missed him every time. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill, so mean and so bad, stole all the chickens that those farmers had. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill went from door to door, giving chickens out to all the poor. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill, sitting on his hill, lighting cigars with his $10 bills. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Constable McGowan shot him in his back. Now Railroad Bill haunts those railroad tracks. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill.
All right.
Thank you.
That is great. I've never heard many of those verses.
I made some of it up.
And the legend, I never heard that either.
Well, I made up some verses that would maybe make the song more historically correct. So that's how that happened.
That's great. You playing is reminiscent of Elizabeth Cotton.
Oh, well, that's a high compliment. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I enjoy listening to Elizabeth Cotton.
And I hear some Mississippi John Hurt in there too.
I'm glad you hear some of that. He's probably my very earliest introduction to this type of music. You know, was listening to old albums, my favorite one was The Best of Mississippi John Hurt. I must have listened to that 1,000 times.
This sweet music.
Yes, it is.
What else have you got for us?
Well, what about the story of Stagger Lee? Now, there's a good story, I think. His real name was Lee Shelton, and he had a bad reputation as a gambler. And on Christmas night in 1895, he found himself in a St. Louis saloon with a man named Billy Lyons, and the two got into a dispute. Billy Lyons took Stagger Lee's hat, and then Stagger Lee shot and killed Billy to get that hat back. And so that started up a whole bunch of songs about Stagger Lee. So, would you like to hear one of those?
I would.
Okay, here's our version of Stagger Lee. Officer, how can it be you can arrest everybody but cruel Stagger Lee, that bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Billy Lyons told Stagger Lee, please don't take my life. I got two little babes and a darling loving wife. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. What I care about your two little babes, your darling loving wife. You done stole my Stetson hat, and I'm bound to take your life. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Boom, 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 with a 44. Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons, he's lying on the floor. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Gentlemen of the jury, what you think of that? Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons for Stetson hat. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Standing on the gallows, Stagger Lee did curse. The judge said, let's kill him the way he's killed some of us. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Standing on the gallows, head way up high. At 12 o'clock they killed him, all glad to see him die. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Police officer, how can it be you can arrest everybody but cruel Stagger Lee, that bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Thank you.
You do a great versions of these songs.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoy playing them. I'm going to switch guitars.
Okay.
I brought two guitars with me today. The one I've been playing is it's an old Stella that I recently got, and I think it has a great sound. This is my resonator. You know, it's made of nickel-plated brass. And it has a nice big sound too.
Ben, you're originally from the land of the hummingbird.
Yes, Trinidad, yes. Yeah. Beautiful small island. Well, it's one of the larger of the small islands, yes. And I go back every once in a while. Valerie's been there with me. And, you know, I still have some family there, so we visit. Yeah, so it's great.
What are you going to play for us on that National Steel?
Well, I was thinking of Frankie and Albert. You know, that song is about Frankie Baker and Alan Britt. A lot of people don't know that his name was actually Alan, and it got changed. It evolved somehow into Albert, so that's why the song title is Frankie and Albert. But as the story goes, Frankie caught Albert cheating on her with a woman named Alice Pryor, and in a jealous rage, she shot and killed Albert, and that's what this song is about. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Frankie was a good girl, everybody knows. Frankie spent $100 on Albert's suit of clothes. He was her man, he wouldn't do no wrong. Frankie went down to the corner saloon, didn't mean to be gone long. She went inside, and what she saw was Albert in Alice's arms. He's her man, he wouldn't do no wrong. Frankie got her razor and her .44 gun. She cut him if he stays there, she shoot him if he runs. He's her man, but he's doing her wrong. Frankie shot old Albert, shot him 3-4 times. Frankie said, now move aside, let me see if Albert's dying. He's my man, but he's doing me wrong. Albert said to Frankie, roll me over slow, roll me on my left side. The bullets hurt me so, I was your man, but I'm doing you wrong. Frankie left the barroom after Albert died. Frankie said he done me wrong, now I'm justified. I shot my man, he was doing me wrong. Took him to the graveyard, stuck him in the ground. Frankie said he was a cheating man and he treated me low down. I shot my man, he was doing me wrong. Call 1,000 policemen, bring them round today. Lock me up in a jail cell, throw that key away. Shot my man, he was doing me wrong. Frankie asked the warden, what you gonna do? The warden said, oh Frankie girl, this electric chair for you. Shot your man, and that was wrong. Frankie was a good girl, everybody knows. Frankie spent $100 in Albert's suit of clothes. He was her man, but he's doing her wrong.
Thank you.
We're just about out of time.
Well, it's been fun playing.
It's been very fun listening.
So you're going to play one with us?
Sure, if we have
Okay.
time to.
Yes.